goal, short term or long term, how to balance it, but ESG is the process to monitor and manage the progress. Globally, that mega trend which keep impacting any country, individual, society or industry. I have picked up every year I take 10, 12 big mega trend, and I have been studying these mega trend for last many years. More or less 80% trend are related to either environment or climate change or society. And that's the importance of whether it is climate imperative in terms of heat wave, flood, other temperature rise and other situations, or it's about the community issue, how they are getting impact on that. Linear system, which is basically making product which is used only single use and then again you use virgin raw material, is linear system. But how you reduce, use, recycle and bring back into that closed loop is called circularity. People are nowadays, every industry is talking about circularity. How you divert the waste, how you reduce the consumption, and how you manage your natural resource is topic for circular economy. Technology and digitalization, we have seen that now through UPay, you can make payment even for 1 rupee. Digitalization and technology is making disruption faster. Population dynamic, one country to other, how they get, or one state to other, how they get displaced, how urbanization is impacting all that demography is also big challenge. Then regulatory requirement, whether it is global or national level, is also changing fast. Loss in biodiversity area because of industrialization and urbanization, and is also impacting. Overall issue of whether it is extreme heat or cold or flood or other climate related is also impacting the health and well-being and safety. Everything is interconnected globally. If there is anything happen in US, India has impact. Anything happen in Ukraine, all country has impact. So globally, because of global value chain and supply chain, every country and every geography it is impacted in spite of that neo-nationalism. And then cyber security, how we see fraud and misuse of data is also getting into that. Recently we have seen that AI, chat GPT and all these things, how they are taking every data and it is sometimes ethically not right to use it, it is misused. So these trends are impacting our country. India as a country has also signed a pledge of 26. Our Prime Minister has that net zero plan for 2070, where this 5 point increasing renewable energy by 500 gigawatt by 2030, having that renewable energy uses 50% energy need from renewable. So these are the 5 goals which has been set for Indian industry and Indian as a country, where everyone is aligned to that, whether it is net zero plan or it is company where they have to mandatorily follow listed company BRSR or extended producer responsibility. Because of these India net zero players, lot of regulatory change is also happening. And this is even accelerating much faster because of technology. And India being that fulcrum of all that technology thing, sustainability changes, whether it is blockchain, traceability, or even looking for that product in terms of labeling, it's also getting very faster. So India is also well aligned in terms of digitization and technology use for responsible business stewardship or product traceability. Now, if we talk about fashion as a industry, fashion has that two extreme side. One, it is, you will find that model, ramp and all these things. Other is that extreme side is that where it is produced. Garment fashion long back it used to be developed country where that more fashionability was quotient was there, and Asia or least developed country used to be that manufacturing. You make it cheaper and you sell it in higher price, more fashion. That's the fashion industry. But in last 20-30 years, all that emerging market in Asia, whether it's China, India or others, are also getting into that from underdeveloped country or least developed country to that emerging or developing stage. Consumption is also going up. If we take that consumption what Western world had, in Europe, especially in that developed country in Europe, per person per year garment consumption is 6 to 8. In India, any guess what is the average consumption per person today, per year? Any guess?
No,
It's last year study say it was 2.1. And again, if you see city and rural area, it is skewed very well. City is much higher, rural area it is less than 1, average. If we also consume product like Western world consume, you know that 10 year, 2015 to 25, 10 year, number of sales in Asia is going up. Number of manufacturing and production is also going up. It clearly say that use of more water, more emission. A garment as a industry or textile and garment as a whole industry is one of the most pollutant industry for carbon emission, water use, etc. But same time, it has that maximum employment generation, and especially in garment factory, where majority of working people are women, it creates lot of social impact. 90% manpower in factory is women. So it has that one side very big social impact, other side it has extreme environment impact. So if we also consume similar way what Western world and Western brand consume, then it will be problem for all Asian countries. Especially India being that largest population, it is going to be one of the challenging time for managing resource. Because India is one of the largest cotton producer country. And if this is that change which we are seeing in fashion industry, ESG is becoming more and more important. Whether it is raw material, emission reduction, water conservation, waste, circularity or net zero, which has environment and climate impact. Same time social issue, because industry is imbalanced between social and environment. So always you have that issue of fairways, worker safety, diversity and inclusion, because garment industry has majority women is also, and the Western world, these brands, what they preach us, they always say that Asia human right is issue. So one side they say that ethical sourcing, other side they don't give good price. That's also that one of the problems. So ethical sourcing has also, and procurement has also become one of the social issues globally. It's not very transparent. Now in governance, people want to know, consumer especially want to know where my product is made, how it was made, and transparency is more and more desired. Brand, people feel they need to be more responsible, and all these so-called fast fashion, or nowadays ultra fast fashion, is making natural resource much more damaging, and their whole philosophy of make, sell, and use and throw is creating big problem. So that's whole model is also being challenged. Hence, responsible stewardship and leadership is becoming. When these issues happen, people say we are doing everything perfect, and they claim, overclaim everything is okay. You know that some of the Western world country and brand, where they claim they have sustainable product, they have been asked, they have been put a lot of fine, and people are claiming without any fact and figure. Government has to put anti-greenwash rule because they claim it is not authentic. Anti-greenwashing is also becoming, and every country has now compliance issue. Whether it is Bangladesh, Vietnam, India, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, China, I think compliance is becoming much more strict for the company and brand growth. So in that scenario, let me give you now case of that we Aditya Birla Group what. We are one of the leading Indian conglomerate, more than 160-year-old company. You all know that it's well diversified among the Fortune 500 company, more than 80 billion turnover. We have almost 20 companies. Each company is leader in their space. We are the world largest aluminum rolling company globally. We are India's largest cement making company, Ultratech. We are third largest worldwide. Most of the business what we are in, we have that reasonably good presence. But the most important is group is known for as a force for good. They are always known for doing socially good. Now sustainability is being embedded as philosophy in the businesses. I am representing Aditya Birla Fashion and Retail, part of group. We are one of the largest pure play retail company in India. We have portfolio of brand 30 plus. I'm sure you know all these brands and you use even our brand Louis Philippe is the most popular brand in Kollam. It's called Louis Philippe. You all wear it. We sell it like hot. So all that big brand we have in every segment we have. This is the portfolio we have. We take that textile industry value chain from tier 0 to tier 4, but we are covering to tier 2 because we want that whole thing to be not only talk but more walk the talk, and hence we have taken phase approach from tier 0 to tier 1 to tier 2, and going forward maybe tier 3. About ABFRL sustainability journey, we started in 2012, very simple way. That time we were not knowing what exactly sustainability is, but we were clear that we want to give back more what we take from ecosystem, and program Re-Earth was launched. And it was more to manage internal resource efficiency. With that 10 mission we started, we made reasonably good progress. We set target for 3 years and then cut into annual target. Seeing the good internal success, we extended it to 2.0. What we say that now let's go to outside and cover entire supply chain and value chain. We have goal 2020, what we call sustainability 1.0. More or less every target what we set, we were able to achieve. And then we say we will go little more courageous way, more ambitious target, and we set on for that 2025, what we call 2.0. Even when we got that 2020 target, we in Dow Jones Sustainability Index, in category and sector of textile, apparel and luxury group, which we were Asia most sustainable company because we have that very good governance system. Taking that journey further for 2025, we say that from process and internal resource efficiency, we'll move to product-centric approach. And we will take entire supply chain and we start building into supplier sustainability assessment. We have our own method called Supplier Sustainability Index. Almost 100 of our critical suppliers, which cover 90% of our volume, are covered through SSI, Supplier System. And I'm very proud and happy to say that though we operate only in India, we make product in India, we sell in India, though we are very popular in Middle East because of Malayali, but we are very proud Indian that we become most sustainable company in apparel retail sector even last year in Dow Jones Sustainability. We are the only retail company from India to be part of it globally because we are retail company in India are doing how we create more cascading and more ripple effect to the other industry. So some of the things I started for the industry and public-private partnership project, GIJ, German government, we started on project approach for circular textile and apparel in India. Our project was one of the benchmark globally for GIJ. Even Ministry of Textile also anchor our effort on that circularity guideline. We released that circularity manifesto for the industry in Bharat Tex 2025, where Secretary Ministry of Textile was very happy to launch it. I think these are the journey which we have taken in last 12-13. It's still miles to go because excellence is not milestone, it's journey. What is good today may not be good tomorrow. We need to keep moving. With that approach now, we have earlier 1.0 where it was more process related thing internal. We moved to 2.0. Now we are setting 2030 target. And the 3.0 what we are setting is much more challenging. And with that we are moving into that and we are embedding everything, whether it is environment stewardship or sustainable product as a core of it. Supply chain is very, very important. And how we have that health safety, because all these global and Western brands, they keep creating problem for Indian supplier or in Asian supplier on human rights issue, safety issue, fire issue. I'm sure you know that one of the world's largest brand called Walmart, they were making their product in Bangladesh and fire happened. And 300 or more than that worker died in that fire. After that, fire safety and employee safety become much more important. But we have embedded this as a part of the business model. Social, it's not CSR for us. We want to create more and more inclusive growth for it. And in this we cover all these things and it's now part of our business philosophy, review, it's monitor, it's measure and review in the same rhythm what we review business. So, some example, Louis Philippe, as you know, is one of that iconic brand for us. We say green crust, where it will be end-to-end sustainable, whether it's raw material, product where we made it, trims, button, thread, packaging, and this is a pilot which we did for Louis Philippe, very successful. Now green crust will be core of Louis Philippe. Jaipur, one of the artisan brand we have. It's we want to promote recycling and upcycling, and use sari, which was not used in home, was taken back, and we converted it to garment. Again, more to encourage recycling and upcycling. Retail chain called Pantaloon, we don't buy a single carton box. Everything is 100% recycling. Whatever comes from supplier goes as it is for that our district. So first, sustainability is not buzzword. It's not mega trend. It's something which we are experiencing every day. And if we experience it, be ethical and responsible. We have been doing in all that very, very authentic way. And then finally, it is not one company or one person who make the change. It requires a lot of innovation, lot of collaboration, lot of partnership. I think partnership and collaboration is that. And when I say that collaboration, it's not limited to only that supplier or vendor. It's everyone, whether it is academia, especially that fashion issue to people know NID and NIFT. Here it needs to be done more, because city anyone can do anything. When you do remotely and you do that thing, it's the real change. So I think that I expect you to collaborate among yourself within the industry, and I'll be happy, always take interest to collaborate with academia. I can't guarantee everyone will be intern in our company, but one thing I always keep telling that if you know and you believe in this topic well, you will find a way to collaborate, you will find a way to continue. And that's the theme where millions of jobs will be available, whether you are working or you are creating job. I think the innovation and sustainability will make business model different, and it is a partnership and collaboration will transform. If you want to know more about San Francisco, there was something called Sustainable Apparel Coalition. We are the founding circle member of that. In that, there was Nike, there was Patagonia, and there was one more company, Walmart, Patagonia and Nike. And these people were smiling and laughing at me, why this Indian company retail, no unknown company is founding circle member of it. And they were not even paying attention. But after a few years, when they launched that something called Higg Index, we were the first one to pilot it, and in 10 years we become benchmark. All these people say that they want to see our factory. I think that is the reverse knowledge transfer I am keen to do. And I think you all will be taking part and doing it in your respective area and field. Most of the professors in India, they are very shy to talk about India. I work closely with I am Kojiko, again in Kerala, and my case study become very popular. They say that they like it, and the student find it more encouraging. Then I told professor, then let's put it in Ivy League or at Harvard. And our case study got selected in Harvard. Again, it is, good moment for any Indian retail company. When you have that all big name in Europe, US, and someone is selecting your case study, means we are doing something right. And then finally, I originally did that, not coming from sustainability background. I did my PhD in chemistry, textile chemistry. Sustainability, I have no idea. It's so complex. More I try to understand, people confuse. I talk about that scope 1, they say scope 2, then they say scope 3, then they say scope 4. I find it so difficult and challenging me to understand it. I say I will understand it and I will simplify it. And I have simplified that what is sustainability and ESG in my TED talk. You as a simple layman person will understand what it is, and we are already doing it. So that's the reason I did this TED talk, to demystify what is ESG and sustainability. And then finally, I was encouraged by many people to document what I have been told. I remember one of that bureaucrat, IS officer, he told me, Naresh, you talk very well. Why don't you put Indian story and write a book? And I wrote this book, Sustainable Food. I don't know, it has become Amazon bestseller. It's one of the well received. I got good review on Times of India and Outlook. So if you have interest, you can read this. For any further information you want, you can write to me. If I don't guarantee that I will answer every mail, but if it is relevant and I have answer, I will definitely answer. With that, thank you very much. And it's a great pleasure to be part of you, standing in front of you and sharing my hope. Thank you very much. If anyone has any question, answer, I can like it.
So good afternoon, sir. You please enlighten us, the whole audience, on Sree, that SURE program you initiated Mumbai.
So this SURE program, when I see that globally that brand are coming together. In India, we don't have any sustainability platform. So with the CMI, Clothing Manufacturing Association, and UNEP, we were talking and we say that can we bring Indian brand together on sustainability initiative. And 2000, if I'm right, 18 or 19. 14 Indian brands signs pledge. They come together and they sign pledge with Ministry of Textile. And this program name pledge becomes SURE, Sustainable Resources. And we are one of the leading signatory in that. Originally it was 16 brand, now it is 14 brand, because one brand is not there, it's this one. Other brand TCNS which used to be that we have acquired, so it's part of our. So it's now 14 brand which has signed place with the Ministry of Textile. That time Smriti Nari was Textile Minister, and it is more to create best case, best practice, knowledge sharing, and encourage all that Indian brand. Though there are some international brands like bestseller, Jack and John, Viram Moda, they are also part of it. But mostly it was Indian brand. So that is SURE, in short form, Sustainable Resources. And we are, anyway, that still we are, ahead of other in that journey. But now, this year, we have reformed it. I'm uh, national chair for that shore committee. And even in that, I have done advocacy to get Reliance brand in that, one or two more small brand into that. So it's still more way, but I think almost 60-70% brand believe in that and they are doing good. So getting West Side Reliance brand is a new entry in this time. Otherwise, that all that original 12 brand. Any other question?
Sir, thank you for your valid presentation. So I would like to know from you that which of a specific sustainable technology you call as a USP of yours, because though we have a lot of struggles in terms of technological intervention for recycling of polyester or recycling of viscose and other things. Of course, everyone intended to do that. The issue is that the technological lacking. As a chemist, can you define which part of the technological intervention was unique in your sustainability mission, sir?
So when you are asking
The kind of technological intervention where you are unique in terms
of R&D or technology in terms of platform?
Applications, sir, where you alone has converted the recycled polyester, you alone has converted, because none were utilized in, yeah.
Basically that when you see textile industry, textile is one of the laggard in terms of technology adoption. We have seen that very high growth in terms of linear economy, means make, sell, use and throw. So no one was measuring that what is recycling, upcycling and all this. India traditionally we are very good in terms of recycling, reusing and upcycling. But there was no case study for it. I still remember that when we all were child, we were using our shirt 10 times, 100 times, 12, and it was used among the siblings. Even we used to repair the collar and change it and then further use it. It used to go that multiple number of uses. Then it goes to our domestic health, they will use it. Further it will be used for that home furnishing, either making pillow cover or making something. Even bag we used to make from the used cloth. Then even final stage when it was not anything, we used to have that wiping and till it become pocha and completely, it was not thrown. Even that also, because that time was 100% cotton and natural, it used to go back as a biodegradable material to manual. That was that our system, old system. Because of fast fashion, because of so much irresponsible use of garment textile, we forgot all. But there is no case study, there is no traceability on that. As I told you that most of the time textile industry R&D, India is not very good. Fiber, you take any fiber, it comes from US or Europe or Japan. Now, I think suddenly in last 10 years, we have seen that extreme use of raw material. This whole concept of substitute material, recycle, yarn, fiber is coming up. Mechanical, all that yarn is recycled. But there is quality issue, there is color issue. Mechanically, you can only make that dark color or few color. Though there are technology available to mechanically recycle it. But segregating it chemically, then earlier natural fiber, now synthetic, then blend. Always you can't separate it chemically. And there is high cost of it. It was mostly in R&D, but scalability is issue. We have that one of the largest viscose making fabs called Birla Cellulose, where they have taken that technology. We have acquired 2-3 companies in Europe to invest in R&D and technology, where chemical recycling is possible. So you can use 100% cotton or 100% polyester. Polyester recycling possible. In India, I am talking. Globally, nylon can also be recycled. Acrylic can be also recycled. Japan can do, China can do, Korea can do. India can do polyester recycling. Recycle PET bottle, yarn is available. Recycle fiber is available. Blend is still issue. 100% cotton can be recycled, either mechanically or chemically. Even our own plant, Birla Cellulose, they do that 100% cotton recycle, if it is 100% cotton. Polyester, Reliance do 100%. But blend is not still, because one is that you need to use chemical, and chemical extraction and segregation is still expensive. It's not commercially viable. For blend, I think now lot of R&D, especially in Nordic country, there are so many startups, Renew Sale, at least 10-20 I have visited. But still cost of recycling is expensive, because very few people are willing to pay upcharge for that. So that scalability and replicability, because of quality and cost and supply chain, still it is nascent stage, early stage. But the way R&D is happening, government is supporting. Now Europe, it is mandatory to have recycling content. In India now rule is coming, and they are creating that R hub in textile mega part, where it will be necessary to have recycling. So government is, I think, planning to do that, but technology, I think, is still, it is in an early stage. Some of the big company has invested, like us or others, but it is not cost neutral. It is at least 1.2 to 1.4% higher. That's why that if you get that virgin fiber and yarn cheaper than recycle, demand is still issue. But because government scheme, brand push, and globally it is becoming linear to circular, recycling is picking up very fast. And technology investment is in early stage. So hopefully you will see next 3-4 years, lot of technology and R&D to be over invested. Mechanically you can do anything.
At present, polyester is completely recyclable. No, still the technology is not affordable to the grassroots level. Of course, some of the premium company like you is having the chemicals for recycling from the PET bottle stage to the level of pellet and make the fiber again. So, are you having a position to share those technologies to the grassroots level?
It's not about technology; it's about the demand. How many people here buy cloth which is made from recycled cotton or recycled polyester? How many?
Okay.
If you are not buying it, from where demand will come? Yes. India is still not mature market. So lot of push is coming from European countries. US is also not asking. US is also mass consumption. The European Nordic country, they are pushing it, and most of the brand in Europe, fast fashion brand, are also getting heat on following that EPR norm. Now CSRD, where that government regulation is much stricter, it's picking up. India will pick up, but India is still value conscious consumer. You need t-shirt in 200 rupees. You are not bothered whether it is made from recycled cotton or pure cotton. You need 200 rupees t-shirt. There are good, some niche consumer who demand for it, but that is very small part of that. So I think India, still demand is low. Hence technology cost is higher. Product cost is higher. So the When demand is more, your cost will be neutralized. So I think maximum 3-4 years where you will see that more change, because cost is also technology will reduce the cost also.
Thank you, sir.
Arey, no student, no question. You know everything.
Sir, I will ask a question on behalf of students. So, a student who wants to pursue a career in sustainability or circularity, what are the suggestions for you, from your side, sir?
I have very simple philosophy. First, I will encourage you to see my TED talk. I say change start from self. If anyone want to see the change, start from. Even at your home, you generate waste. You segregate it. You start adopting these practice, whether you are in school or home. When it become part of your, let's say, choice of career, you will find opportunity. Because I see now, I don't know, in my company, every year I take 8-10 people in sustainability, and they leave within 2 years. Means they are too much in demand, everyone want ready-made solution, and they say you are getting this salary, they double and give. I think that if you, student, I'm always a student, so I put myself in your side. I was not knowing what is circularity, now I know it. So always make your choice of career with your passion. If you are passionate, I think that kind of traction and transition I'm seeing, green job in future will be much more in demand. How to get right entry, how to get right opportunity, I think it's very individual to individual. I didn't get opportunity when I started my career. I took zigzag route. But today opportunity is available, and if you have knowledge, we have that 60,000 people working in our company. We can take 5,000 more, but more opportunity need to come from us. I think that not necessarily everyone need to doing the job. Many need to be even taking route of a startup, to taking that new business model, to have fashion design which is more sustainable and circular. So I would encourage that a student to take their choice, whether they want to be entrepreneur, they want to be professional. Opportunity is available, but they have to search for it. It will not become ready. Okay, thank you very much.
Sir, I have a question. So, as we told before, fast fashion has been growing and is still growing. At the same time, sustainability as a trend or as a part of culture has been growing in India and as well as around the world. So, is there in distant future, is there a possibility that fast fashion and sustainability can go hand in hand, so that these things, the problems caused by the fast fashion industry as well as the plus points of sustainability can come together? So,
What's your name?
my name is Adam.
Tell me that what is fast fashion?
Fast fashion has becoming a trend where using
What
of
is fast fashion? Then forget about
one fast fashion. So, using of recreating high fashion trends, but in a more available, cheaper methods and clothes.
There is nothing called fast fashion. It's people making food of you.
Okay.
If they say fast fashion. Nothing is fast fashion. Fashion is fashion. It is responsible fashion. Earlier, there is nothing called fast fashion or slow fashion. Fashion is fashion. What is the meaning of fashion? look good, feel good. That's the fashion. Everyone want to look good. Otherwise, that why fashion is required. It's cloth. It's not fashion. Earlier, fashion was seasonal cycle. I think that Ugadi was there, na? 2 days back. The festival people used to buy new clothes and 4 seasons used to be there. Earlier there was only 2 seasons, summer and winter. Then it became 4 seasons, autumn, winter and spring, summer, 2 more seasons. Then people say, oh, there is more opportunity to sell more. Let's make from 2 to 4, 4 to 8 fashion cycle. Then they find 8 cycle. Then some of the more smarter people, they say, oh, 8, make 12 fashion cycle. Then some of the ultra smart people, which fool us and everyone, say that, no, make 24. Every 15 days, you will find new fashion. But tell me anyone, you go to any store, anywhere in the world, really anyone buy every 15 days one new garment? No. They are making food. And you know that these brand is from where? Tell me any Indian brand which is fast fashion. Tell me any brand which is fast fashion or ultra fast fashion. Now they see a lot of revenue, and you know that most of these fast fashion so-called brand is from Western world. I don't want to name it because you may be recording it. But their model is different. Make it affordable. Make poor people to get it affordable price. But they don't pay a good price for supply chain. Most of the product is made in least developed country. Least developed country means no rule, nothing. And that was the original fast fashion. They say that make cloth where it is cheapest. No accounting of how much water, no accounting of how much material. Make it, it will sell. If not sell, then you will put a discount sale. If not sell, you will put more discount sale. So they basically treated consumer irresponsibly, and consumer also encourage them to create more and more. So there is no fast fashion. Now people say, okay, 15 days, no. Every week I will give fashion and it is ultra fast fashion. Even you don't need to go to store. I will give you online. And ultra fast fashion, Boohoo, Shein, Temu, this and that. Good, they are not in India. But you know how and from where they make, they use fabric which is either rejected or discarded, or they make fabric which is the cheapest. And they are not bothered what is recycling, upcycling, this and that's why that all that norms is coming for that digital product passport. Consumer want to know, especially European, educated consumer, we Indians should be also behaving like educated. Don't get fooled by these fast fashion, this. It is responsible fashion. So if tomorrow you buy any fast fashion, first see that where that product is made, how it is made, and what is the water use and carbon emission. Then you buy. Now one more trend is coming. Some more smarter people. They say even you don't need to buy ultra fast fashion. You have that digital, you just, you need for 1 hour, I will put a cloth digitally on you, you feel happy about it. What you will call that? It's just tapping the opportunity. If someone is smart here, make that business model. Why we follow Western world business model? So I think I tend to disagree that fast fashion and sustainability is not. Because that business model of fast fashion is made on that unaccounting system of natural resource consumption. I think If they find tomorrow Bangladesh expensive, Vietnam expensive, they will go to Cambodia. If they find that expensive, they will go to Africa. You know that one of that event in European Union, I was called as a speaker. I don't know why they called me. And they were asking this, we have that EU policy, and what's your comment? I say, I have read it. It's good, but you are solving your problem, but you are creating problem for others. You know, they use garment in Europe, which is made in Asia. Now they find a way, because India is not importing used clothes. They find a way to dump in Africa, and they are putting policy that this used garment will go to Africa, it will be recycled, upcycled, reused more. I say, you have not consulted critical stakeholder of your supplier in Asia to be part of this document. So without involving supplier, you are dictating it. So I think that is the colonial mindset, which we only, get adapted to it. Otherwise, there is nothing called fast fashion. So I may be completely wrong, but fashion is only responsible. There is nothing fast, slow, or ultra fast. So you buy it responsibly from responsible brand. Whatever they claim, they say, I think this is up to you, but you as a consumer have right to buy what is right. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tyagi, for those remarkable insights. Let's welcome Mrs. Caroline, faculty member of IFTK, to give a brief description about the next technical section.
Ms. Sharmila Bharanendran is highly accomplished retail planning professional with 19 years of experience in driving business growth and profitability for renowned organizations. She has proven track of success in developing and implementing strategic planning initiatives with a strong focus of sales forecasting, inventory management, and supply chain optimization. She is currently working as Senior Planning Manager at Landmark Group. I welcome Ms. Sharmila Bharanendran for the next technical session on the topic Sustainability in Retail Industry.
Students, please remain calm. We are having a technical error. I repeat, students, please stay calm. We are having a technical error. Thank you.
Now you put the projection, please.
Excuse me, ma'am. Are you? Can you hear me?
Guys, are you able to view the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
And we can see the screen, ma'am.
Okay. Good afternoon, guys. So let's start with the presentation. So today the chapter I'd like to discuss with you guys is adoption of sustainability in retail field. So there is a word I have mentioned in the start of the PPT. There is no planet B. So as of now our living and everything is here. Maybe in future after 100 years the possibility of life may come to the Mars, but it will be available for a person who is too rich, not for everyone. So our earth, we need to adapt the sustainability to preserve the earth. So why we need to go for sustainability? There are three reasons mainly. One is environmental reason, second one is the social reason, and third one is the personal reasons. So what comes under the environmental reasons is the climate change. So climate change is when the green gas energies, where the above there is a gas is there. So when the emission of greenhouse has been too much, then the hotness will be keep on increasing. This will make our overall temperature of the earth will get increased. Then it will melt the ice and everything. So the climate stability is a problem when we don't adapt the sustainability. Next is the resource depletion. So whatever the natural resources, those things are a finite one. It is a countable one. So if we keep on depleting, then it doesn't go to the next generation, and there will be the life sustainability will be the problem. Then comes to the biodiversity loss. So if we don't adapt sustainability, then down the time there will be some diversity itself will get eradicated from our lives. So social reasons, human well-being. So the quality of life. If you have a sustainability is adapted well in this earth, then we have a good air, good life, and the clean water system, everything. So it's everything connected to our human well-being also. And similarly, economic growth. Like I think 4 or 5 years back, sustainability, these things are spoken very less. Now, because of sustainability, there are so many new things has been adapted and new industries has came on the sustainability basis, and this makes the economic to growth also. Social justice. So this, by adapting sustainability, there will be the fairness and equality and to the human rights. So this part I will tell you in little detail. So for example, in retail field or even in any field nowadays, they check wherever they source from any industry, they check whether they adapt the fairness to the workers, fair practice has been adapted, everything they used to check it out. So the sustainability program will give a social justice also to the people. Next is the personal reason. So sustainability doesn't only starts from the retail. It's sustainability, anyone can adapt, who is at a home, who is at a college, everyone. It's a personal value, who likes it and who need to drive it. And these all makes a health and well-being in a good part. So if we do a sustainability, then only our whatever things we are using now, the natural resources, that will be there for future for us and for our generations, future generations also. So that's the need. We need to adapt the sustainability. So these are all the major three reasons, and this fits into any part of the industry, whether it is a retail industry or it may be a manufacturing industry, whatever may be even in a home. This is the three common reasons why we need to go for a sustainability. So so overall in this in the retail field, maybe like a landmark group or maybe Adidas and maybe a Walmart. So the sustainability, this is the most common practices they adapt overall, the key levers where they have it out. So the retail is product and the sourcing, the product which the customers consume it. Then within around the product, the packaging, how it is there, and further the product where we get displayed, how their facilities and technologies. Within this another one more lever is the logistics. Within the 6 levers, the retail field, the sustainability, the key levers has been defined it over. So let me go for the product. So if you go for the product, the adoption of the sustainable fabrics like cotton, linen. There are some 13 type of different type of sustainable fabrics are there. So right now, when we start using the consumption more, so if you use the sustainability fabric more, then obviously the cost and the production gets increased. So the cost benefits will come in. So until unless we are adapting like polyester, it's not it's unsustainable fabric. So as a person, we need to adapt our day-to-day use the sustainable fabric more. So when it is the consumption is more, automatically the cost reduces, and it is obviously it will come to a affordable side. Next is the responsible manufacturing. So I will just for this responsible manufacturing, I will take you to the one more slide, next one. See, so nowadays in retail field, anyone, when we start a business with any supplier, okay, we make sure that whether they are adapting the environmental policy, and what are all the certifications they are holding, and how their energy, CO2 emission and the water usage, how they are balancing it out, and what is the social accountability, whether there is a fair labor policy is there, and protection and safeguarding the children, and the wages and working hours, human rights, everything. So nowadays, not like once upon a time we go to the supplier, whoever comes to us who gives less FOB, okay, someone is giving this fabric $2, someone is giving same thing at $1.5, we will shift. No. Nowadays, each and every retailer, they check what environmental policy they are adopting, what carbon emission and the water usage, social accountability. These are all the factors they check. So, because these are all the mandatory one nowadays, because the product where we source, that also to have the sustainability policy, that's a mandatory one nowadays. Then the water usage. So water usage, we need to have a sustainable thing. Next comes to the customers. So in case of customers, the reduction of the polythene carry bags has been, I think mostly in India and even in all the countries, mostly the polythene carry bags giving to the customer has been eradicated mainly. So adoption of paper bags, digital billing. So still we give still people take bill from the retailers or anyone. So I think that those things no needed. We need to shift to the digital billing. Then the clothes recycling. So recycled clothes, again they make it into the fresh thing and they used to use it out. And the product communication, like there is no need to be a product communication in leaflet form. Those things are like very old method, I think so. We should adapt like a QR scan code where we can scan it in your mobile, have your communication, reduction of your product communication in terms of any plastic material. We try to avoid it out. For example, like a quite long, like 5-7 years back, the sizing and all, there will be a sizing trims used to attach in the back of the t-shirt. Nowadays, there is no need. They used to have a slide printed in the sizing area, the neck area itself. So the product communication. So whatever the possibility to reduce the waste, that's the main thing we need to focus on overall in retail or overall in our home also. Next is the packaging. So recycled paperboard cottons. So FSG certificate packaging and biodegradable plastic packaging. So these are all the packaging, quite the retail field has been adapted. So this FSC certificate packaging is, there is a council. So they have a 12 to 17 rules to give the certification standards. So they, whatever, it's a fair practices, like that for the paper, the main, still now we are using the from the wood only. So the thing is, there they have a, like, if you are cutting, same amount of plant has been sowed on that day, and similarly the practices of employees over there, everything is overused. There is a 17 rules for it. So those certificate papers only used for FSC certificate packaging should be used. Then comes to the facility and technology. So the product, everything sits on the retail floor in a mall. So the shop floor, we should use the LED lights where the power consumption will be less, and have a optimization, 3D sampling. So this is the 5 levers where majorly the retail is driving towards the sustainability. And another one more thing will come under the logistics also, where how the products are transported with the less emission of energy. So this 6 lever is the main lever for the sustainability project across major fields. So for example, I can give you 1 or 2 retailers who have been doing significantly good in the sustainability part of thing. Walmart, even they got a sustainability award for them also. So they have sustainability initiatives like renewable energies. So 50% of stores, they are targeting with the renewable energy only. There are 350 stores are operating by the solar energy. Then even across all the 6,000 stores across the world, the LED lighting has been used by them. This itself made an energy consumption of reduction of 50%. Waste reduction, it has reduced its waste by 80% since 2005. And sustainable packaging also. Then electric vehicle charging. So they give the 100 free charging stations to the customers to support them and to adapt the electric vehicles. So these are all the initiatives they have done it, and even they have the sustainable. They try to launch initiative to promote a sustainable agriculture practices where there is reduced fertilizer uses, and because by increasing of fertilizer and pesticides, that will have affection, pollinator health will be get degraded. So by reducing the fertilizer and pesticides, they try to promote the pollinator health also. So, and responsible sourcing. So as I mentioned in the previous slide also, nowadays we procure from the suppliers who adhere to the environmental and the social standards. The era of where which supplier is giving the lowest FOB, that era has been ended in any retail field. One who has adhering to the environmental and social standard, there only the big retailers started giving to the orders also. So similarly, I will tell you another retailer who is the Adidas. There also the major focus on promoting the footprint in the environmental and social responsibility. So whatever the green gas emission they are doing, they have targeted to reduce 50% by this year, and by 2050 they like to go neutral, like zero. And renewable energy, they are 100% renewable in their own operations by this year, and many water saving measures they have done it. The another good thing where the Adidas did to the world is, I will tell you, they have a collaboration with Parley. So what they do is they take the plastics from the bottom of the sea, and those get recycled and they used in their products. and so yearly I think I think approximately right now it is 200 to 300 million tons of plastic is already there in the bottom of the ocean. So the marine system, so whether the fish or any marine, it cannot digest the plastic which is below 5 mm thing. So what happens is that microplastic it's in the stomach of a fish or any marine animal. So end of the day, the human being who consumes that marine animal, obviously the same plastic, the microplastic is transferred to our food stomach also. So Adidas mainly focusing their marine system. So they are recycling the ocean plastic and they did a very good progress on it. Even the consumers who knows it, they adapt this brand they recall this brand very environmentally and social responsibility thing. Not only this, so they have there will be always a innovation needed. Like Adidas, they high performance material and production methods. They always, big companies always they always do a research and development on this thing, how to get a innovative solution to this sustainability. That's a basic thing of when a big retailers always have a fund to do it out on those things. And similarly, like Nike. So when I told you, it's not only where this responsibility ends it, the innovation is the most important part. So like for example, the traditional knit fleece. So they have, this is the traditional, instead of a traditional knit fleece, they are going with the ultra thin needle punched layers. So this will itself reduce their carbon footprint by 75%. So whoever the retailers, big retailers, they focus on their sustainability and they also focus on their innovations. How to make a better innovation to make the sustainability which can be easily adapted also. Because the sustainability adaptation is it's like the ordinary cotton and the sustainability sourced cotton, the FOB is at least the double the times. But the thing is, when the usage is much more, then obviously these things, the costing will get reduced. So the success of sustainability, it's actually lies on our individual hands. Like there is no need that retail, not only the retail adapt the sustainability, we should adapt from our home, from our college. Maybe we can think that in our college there will be zero plastic and no plastic for it. There are some countries, like for example Bhutan, they work for instead of GDP, they work for the gross happiness index. So for them, the country and the people well-being is the front line than the GDP. So so right now the thing is like one who has a Bitcoin, they are the billionaire. One who has a stocks, or one who has a big home with good super bike and a super car, they are the successful person. That's the right now the status. But think guys, another down the time of 20 or 30 years, one who holds a farming land and who has a well at their home, they must be the rich person, because a good water and a good farming land with zero pesticide, that's one of the lagging part nowadays. Even country like UAE. So right now UAE like 0.4% the coverage of forest, but they are targeting by 10% the forest coverage by 2050. Like this year 1 million trees is planted by Dubai, and 10 million trees is planted by Abu Dhabi government. So every country, retailer, everyone is focusing on the sustainability, because when we adapt sustainability only, then the country, then the living will be possible. Else the possibility of living will be the very problem. So this is overall about sustainability from my point. Anyone has any doubt, I can have it out.
That was truly an informative session. Thank you, Mrs. Parmendran. Please give her a warm round of applause. Just a note to the students, the paper presentations offline, that is 2 paper presentations, was conducted by Rashmi ma'am, and the online session, that is 7 online sessions, was handled by Dr. Sendal Kumar. They were the chairpersons of these sessions. Please give a warm round of applause for them too, please. Next, we have paper presentations where we will witness some brilliant research and innovations. First paper presentation is by Likita Madam, Ms. Litika A.R., Assistant Professor of Holy Cross Institute of Management and Technology, Calicut. Please, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ritika. Today I'll be presenting my review article on the subject, on the topic leveraging AI for ethical fashion in India. How Indian homegrown brands can address growing consumer trends and demands for sustainable products. Can I have the next slide? I hope I am audible. Am I audible, guys? Yes. So, the aim of this paper is to explore the intersection of AI and ethical fashion in India, especially focusing on how Indian homegrown brands can leverage AI technology to address the growing consumer demands for sustainable products. Though a review of global through a review of global trends, AI application in fashion, and role of Indian brands in sustainability. The paper will highlight the potential of AI to drive positive change in Indian fashion industry while providing insights into the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. So by the time we have been going through these 2 or 3 topics, which are sustainability, AI, the trends and everything. So I don't think I have to introduce you on the terms and the meanings of it. So one of the main papers which define sustainability and sustainable development is from Mr. Redinamurthy, and he has defined sustainable development as a development that meets present needs without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. So it's actually for the future generation. And my paper also talk about the consumer trends. So it's important to analyze what consumer behavior is. So it's actually the group of study. It can be a group of individuals. It can be an organization. So particularly a set of people, and how these people as a collective can behave and interact to the changes. It can be micro or macro changes. So yeah. And consumer behavior also focus on the product, service and experience or ideas to satisfy the need of a customer. So a customer is basically a person who buys a product, and consumer is the person who use the product or consume the product. And we also talk about how artificial intelligence is applied to brands in micro level, and how consumers are also using AI for the better brand experience and to locate the sustainable brands and the brands they align with. And one more point that or topic that I'll be dealing with is the homegrown brands. So homegrown brands are basically the brands which are located in an area or within a community. And today I'll be talking about few of the Indian homegrown brands. So these are the brands that started in India and by Indians, but also have an international outlook and international audience for them. Yes. So as a designer or as a fashion students, we are always coming to the theme of the term of sustainability and fashion. So it's kind of interconnected in many ways. So and we all know that fashion is the second most polluting industry in the world. So it's very important that we embrace sustainability in each and every aspects of fashion. Let it be a mass production or a small enterprise. And sustainable fashion, as we all know, is a dynamic and evolving movement. For example, I think few years back, we talked about sustainability as just using natural fibers and natural products. But when we look now, it's also about upcycling the polyester yarns or upcycling the yarns. So this is a very dynamic and it keeps evolving. And it also have a lot of trends coming and going. So we can't pinpoint that what sustainability is, because it keeps changing and evolving. So there have to be a holistic approach to understand what sustainability is and how well we can adapt this sustainability in fashion and in brands. So there are a lot of theories, a lot of models for sustainability. And here I'm not talking about every sustainable models. I'm pretty sure that we all know what a triple bottom line model is, what circles of sustainability is. We have also come across 4 pillars of sustainability. So we all know what different models are present, and there are a lot of models which add to the sustainable model. Here I wanted to focus on one of the main areas that the future research or the current research is focused on, that is adding technology to the sustainable models. So there are a few papers, and one of the main papers is telling us how the integration of technological innovation and data analytics can be included in the sustainable development. And it also discusses about the opportunities to address these global challenges like climate change, resource scarcity, and social inequity. So this is something that we have to focus on in future also, how the technology can add to the sustainable model and theory. And I'm pretty sure in future we will have a lot of models coming up with these new addition to it. And I hope you're all familiar with what a sustainable fashion looks like. There are different aspects to it, and these are a few points that come across. One is the fair and ethical fashion, that how the brand or the company is using a fair and ethical way of production or the marketing or the sales. It can be a fair labor, fair, and all those ethical sourcing will come under this point. And the second is the collaborative consumption, and the third is made to order. I don't think I have to repeat it because we have been coming across a lot of papers, and there have been experts talking about how ethical source can be done, and how are they are using AI to use the made to order market. And there is also sustainable design, the different types of design elements we can use so that there is no wastage. And there is also waste management. We all know that there is a trend which use a lot of technology and a lot of types of waste management, whether it's recycling the water or not using water to dye the fabric. So it all comes under the waste management. And even the pre-production, post-production fabrics, fibers are all recycled. And there is also a growing demand for the thrift items, that is the second hand or exchanging the fashion once it's used. So there is a lot of thrift brands also coming up. Now let's see what artificial intelligence is. So the main point of AI is it actually increase or help the brands or help fashion to increase the quality and efficiency. So that's something that I want to stress upon. And it have a lot of diverse areas that the brands can tap on. And the one is the machine learning, how the data can be taken into account and to target their customer or the niche market. And the second is the NLP, where the machine can actually learn the human language, and it can also talk to you in a human way. So that is all about NLP, and customers do prefer getting a customized or a response while they are shopping or while they are engaging with the brand. And the third one is the automation and robotics, which can be implemented in the production phase. And there is machine vision, where it captures the image and help you throughout. Then there is also KBS, which is the knowledge based systems. So these are all the different aspects of AI which can be used and which is used for different industries in fashion. So when we focus on AI in sustainable fashion, there is a data-driven sustainability that is happening. That is, there are a lot of ethical innovation that's happening, and we all have to analyze the trends of this ethical innovation. So as we can see, the Kidsman have noted in his paper that consumers prefers or the consumers analyze through the ethical AI. And it becomes the leveraging technology for ethical innovation in fashion, sustainable fashion. And please note that 74 of the customers report that there is no personalization happening, and there is a loss of customer not purchasing the products. So this can be eliminated by knowing the customer preference, and AI is one of the tools that we can use to know what customer preference is. And this is also a very interesting thing about AI, that the virtual try-ons and fit predictions. I'm pretty sure that many brands are using it for the websites and their online consumers. And it also helps the customers to visualize how garment fits and look, and it also suggests customers how the product can look on them. And there is also a McKinsey and Companies survey which suggests that 82% of customers want AI to assist in reducing the time they spend researching what to buy. So these virtual try-ons and fit predictions can help the customers to actually know whether they want to buy it, the garment or not. And there is also a growing customer demand for AI-powered shopping experience. And 79% of customers surveyed by Google says that they would find it helpful for AI to understand the specific needs and recommend the products for them. So the virtual try-ons is one of the main features that the brands can use through AI. And customers are being very particular about what they want from brands, and they demand the brands to foster the credibility and transparency. It's actually they demand it. It's not something that they do take it very seriously. So the ethical AI integration, the brands can reassure customers that they are committed to sustainable practices and ethical standards, and they can use this through their marketing, and it can actually build an authentic connection with the customers. And the next point that I want to stress upon is the smart sourcing and supply chain optimization, which many brands are doing. And even the customers also demand the source from where their brands or their favorite brands are making the garment. And one of the features that the brands can tap on, especially the homegrown brands can tap on, is the content creation. We all know that the customers need personalization. So by creating the content, customizing the content, the homegrown brands can also contribute to the customer needs and wants. So Gen AI can actually accelerate and this process and help the operators to be more productive, and it also can scale up the revenue, but with the less cost, because the content creation is done through AI. And the last one is the waste reduction strategy, so that the AI powered tools can help the brands to actually reduce the waste. So there can be strategies which can focus on them. One of the main advantage of AI and one of the main demand that customers always ask is hyper personalization. So the transformative impact of personalization, the rise of personalization has become a game changer in the e-commerce industry, as customers now expect a shopping experience that cater to their unique needs and preference. So we all know that as customers, we really need a unique product and customized product, but sometimes it's very difficult for the brands. And but with AI, they can do this hyper personalization. And the survey shows that 71% of the customers expect companies to deliver personalized interaction, and 76% got frustrated when it didn't happen. So this is very important that the brands have to have this hyper personalization in their brand. Yeah. So how can the data can help the brand? So there is also behavioral data, purchase history and product attributes that the system is able to identify through the customer interactions through websites and other electronic medias. So the system's ability to understand and interpret user query is also very important. And the survey also says that the emerging AI challenges offer new levels of curation in product search in fashion. So these data will help the brands to identify the niche customers. Yes. So one of the personalization in the marketers that have segregated to the 5 stages. So this is a blueprint of the personalization and there is data, there is decisioning, there is design, there is distribution and there is measurement. So all these 5 attributes to how the brands can personalize the products for the consumer. So this is a small example of how the AI empowers a brand. And here we talk about the brand Myntra. I know it's a retail sector and not a homegrown brand. But for the importance of how AI is used by this India's most used online retail brand, we can actually take some notes on how can the homegrown brands also can take inspiration from this. And there is also a few AI-driven models that the Myntra shows us. The first one is the Myntra Minis, where they upload small videos, short videos, which the customers can see when they visit the online site Myntra. And the data says that 6 million customers actually interact with this Myntra Minis. And the next one is the My Fashion GPT that enables the customers to discover the similar products or related products. So it's actually helping the customers to maybe style one garment with one footwear or a bag. So My Fashion GPT helps the customers to know the product options. And they also have an styling assistant, which is known as My Stylist, who suggests styles for the customer. And they also have the Maya, the AI-driven conversation, and which is a real-time commerce bot assistant, which most of the brands already have. Even the homegrown brands have this chat bot, which they can interact in a live basis. So, as in the morning session, sir asked about how does the sustainability and AI can go hand in hand, and it's an oxymoron, right? So, one of the areas that homegrown sustainable brands can use is by maybe incorporating the ethical AI. So ethical AI is one of the features that can contribute to the sustainability practice of the homegrown brands. So one of the main chapters is by Mr. Rana, and he have discussed how the ethical AI integration in marketing strategy for sustainable e-commerce fashion design can be used. So it talks about how can we integrate the AI with moral values, fairness, transparency and accountability. And there is also key components for this ethical AI. The first one is the moral principle and the fairness and equity. Then they have the transparency, and fourth one is the accountability, and the fifth one is the data privacy and consent. So how can AI can be used in an ethical way so that because ethics is also very related to the sustainability, right? So maybe the brands can also use this ethical AI. Now let's talk about the consumer behavior and the consumer trends so far. So there are two main elements of consumer behavior. The one is it focuses on how and why people buy or consume a good. And the second is the studying what influence these behavior. So these are the two components of consumer behavior. And consumer behavior, as you know, it's not just one subject, is a subject which is spread across different multidisciplinary areas like economics, psychology, sociology, anthropology, philosophy, and so on.
Hello, Ligita. You can wind up your presentation within 2 minutes.
Oh, sure. So I would like to conclude by introducing you to few homegrown brands which are having an impact on sustainability. One is the Oshadi, and it's a conscious brand which have the motto of seed to sue. So they grow their own cotton and indigo farm. As you can see how they interact with the customers, how they value the customers, and how they impart the knowledge and to the customers, because customers prefer the credibility in informed decisions. And there is a brand called Kasha which also implement this conscious consumer fashion. And I would like to conclude by introducing you to a brand which might is well known to you. That is No Nasties, and No Nasty uses a very traceable and very sustainable way, and they make sure they also educate the customers. And they do use the chatbot to interact with the customer in a good way. And there are also different sites which make the brands or the consumers which consumer awareness for sustainability. So I would like to conclude my presentation by saying the ethical fashion powered by AI is the way forward. And thank you so much for listening.
Thank you, Ligita, for that topic on leveraging AI for ethical fashion in India.
Thank
so,
you.
from your research, were you able to point out some homegrown brands through your literature survey?
Yes, ma'am. Actually, there is no much literature surveys as such. So I wanted to actually do a research paper on focusing on sustainable homegrown brands, because there is no such research right now. There are only few, and I did a small case study to understand whether they are using the AI, whether how they are interacting with the customers. So yes.
So that is a research gap you have identified.
Yeah, that is a huge research gap, and we also don't know, like only few brands actually use chatbot and all. But we also have to delve into whether they are using other modes of AI. So it's a huge research area and research gap that I have.
Thank you for that insightful presentation.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your informative presentation. The next paper presentation is conducted by Prashant, Assistant Professor, BDes, KSID, Kollam.
A very warm good evening, everyone. Myself, Prashant. I'm Assistant Professor of BDes at KSID, Kollam. So today I am standing before you to have a small presentation upon the topic Traditional Cultural Preservation through Digital Innovation. So for the past 2 days we have been talking about sustainability and is my voice audible? And artificial intelligence. So in this today's world, what we are facing is we are facing some challenges for our homegrown brands artisans, craftsmen, and our culture is getting challenged by the innovative technology and digital innovations. So as a part of it, today we would like to do a presentation upon how our traditional culture can be preserved through the digital technology. So that is the call for today, like how we can incorporate sustainability and digital innovation. So here we are going to discuss on how we can incorporate our traditional cultural art form, Kollam, combined with digital technology to create sustainable fashion for the young generation. These are the contents we would like to discuss. So, I hope you all have...
Prashana, sorry to interrupt you. Because of shortage of time, I ask you to request you to kindly complete the presentation as fast as possible.
Okay, serious. So, I think you all are aware of what is Kollam. So, Kollam is a traditional geometric art form from South India. So, if you are a person who have traveled to Tamil Nadu or some parts of South India, you have been seeing women of Tamil Nadu putting this Kollam early morning outside their homes. So, it is a part of rich tradition and culture of South Indian women. So, nowadays we can see that there is a retrieval of this culture from our tradition, and our youngsters are not seeing such scenes in today's world. So, it is our, as young designers, it is our part to preserve our culture as well as how we can use in the fashion industry to create innovative designs. So, by merging Kollam, we want to merge Kollam with typography and to create interesting wooden buttons that can be incorporated in the apparels. So, here by merging Kollam typography with contemporary design, this initiative addresses the gap between heritage and innovation while promoting digital printing, ethical design and traditional motifs. So, through this presentation, we would like to discuss the spiritual and cultural significance, variations and styles, and current trends that can be brought to fashion industry through the Kollam. And there are some traditional beliefs that are connected with the Kollam, and it is created by putting some dots, and these dots are connected through lines and loops, and we create columns. As a first design of design education, we learn elements of design. There we learn how to make designs using the elements like dots, lines and all that. So from the columns we can see that it is being practiced from the time immemorial. Our women from South India have been practicing this design formation through the simplest form of design, that is dots and lines. So as part of the literature review and other research work, I would like to introduce about a homegrown brand, Hasta. Hasta is a brand that celebrates the beauty of hand block printed fabrics. So Hasta has been incorporating Kollam designs into their t-shirt designs, umbrellas, waisties, and some home running collections like table runners, bed sheets, etc. And next brand I would like to introduce this Kollam toys that has been created by a studio called Crazy Kollam, and that is preserving tradition through Kollam inspired toys. So this toy is being used by the younger generation now, that is our alpha kids. So the grandparents are gifting these kind of toys to the alpha kids, and they are also involving with the kids to play these games. So moreover, for some celebrations like Diwali, people are using these puzzle games to create columns and decor their houses. So, as we'd like to discuss some consideration and challenges. So, this column design development has some challenges as well. It has some design and readability issues because when we are creating wooden buttons out of column designs, the column is an intricate art, pattern. So, creating a pattern in a small wooden button may create some design readability issues. So here the scope of generating column patterns using AI. So AI can be used in a very effective manner to create very interesting column that can be in fact used for the creating the interesting typographies or buttons that can be incorporated in the apparel garments. So, as a conclusion, I would like to say that as young designers, we can take inspiration from a lot of our cultural art forms from India, because India is one of the nations that is being known for the most finest art forms and traditional textiles. So, even though technology has invaded, we young designers can incorporate these technologies with our culture and tradition to make brilliant textiles for the upcoming generation, because now we have a good market where consumers love sustainable fashion and they're ready to buy upon it. So once more I would like to thank the IFTK College for giving us an opportunity to come and present the work here. Thank you.
Hello Rishana, that is a wonderful topic on traditional cultural preservation through digital connection, especially the column, and your research was very interesting, how you have connected a traditional art form and transformed it to a very kind of toys that create interest on this new gen kids basically. Also, can you just tell me what are the challenges you faced when you have adopted for the AI integration of column designs?
When we see the AI generators, we are creating columns. We are creating very complicated columns. So those complicated designs may be very creating challenges for the craftsman to create as a product. So it is labor intensive and time consuming. So that in fact will create the product cost as well. So some customers will not be able to afford it. So in that constance, the cheap variety or copies or duplicate copies may also arise. So here also our unique product may lose its charm.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
That concludes our paper presentations. Now, we will have a short tea break before kicking off our valedictory ceremony. Please be back by 4:40 p.m.
Now reached the grand conclusion of this conference. It has a whole journey filled with knowledge, discussions and networking. To formally conclude, we begin our valedictory
Carly A, Faculty IFTK Kollam, to deliver the welcome address.
Good evening all. Now we are coming to the end of this section. Valedictory ceremony for the 2 days international conference on transforming fashion with AI and sustainability. IFTK have given an opportunity for our students to know about the international conference.
Thank you, madam. Now we are privileged to have with us Professor G.L.D. Vikramasinghe, Professor of Department of Textile and Clothing Technology, University of Mortua, Sri Lanka, for the valedictory address.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm honored again to come forward and give the valedictory address on the conclusion of the international conference on transforming fashion with AI and sustainability. So I'm sure within these 2 days, our academics as well as the students were able to acquire the understanding, awareness, knowledge, and also some of the research work carried out by the staff of this university as well as the other institutions with regard to this AI and sustainability. And also throughout these presentations, you now aware the importance of implementing or incorporating these technologies into your education process. Because industry already integrated these technologies, AI related technologies as well as sustainability related technologies in their business models. As I mentioned in my inauguration as well, so it is our duty as an academics and also students to acquire this knowledge and then be ready when you are going to the industry to work. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank Institute of Fashion Technology Kerala for organizing this very productive session, especially focusing fashion design students to learn about these new technologies as well as what is happening around the world, especially with regard to the globalization and also the fourth industrial revolution and the technologies bring with it not only for the industry but also in the academic process. And also some of the presenters clearly mentioned that what kind of platforms available even through the website. So you'll be able to apply those technologies to enhance your creative ideas as well as your creative fashion, incorporating with AI in particular. So thank you very much again giving me this opportunity to address you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the words of wisdom. Next, we invite Dr. Naresh Tyagi for the special address.
Thank you once again. These 2 days, I'm sure yesterday was better than today, or vice versa. But learning is learning. Nothing is better, or you have the good opportunity to get insight from all that distinct speakers, delegates, and participants. This is so useful because this topic and theme, transforming fashion with AI and sustainability, is very, very latest and recent. Uh, I still remember that 20, 30 years back when I started interacting with the NIFT, this topic was not there. That time it was that what is that garment technology, how to stitch, how to cut, how to design, that's all. Today you have privilege to know what is AI and role of AI in sustainable future fashion. And whatever today that I attended some of that presentation and discussion with, I think it was very insightful for me, though I have that opportunity to go many places, but in spite of that I find lot of topic, lot of research paper. It's good knowledge and insight coming to me. Even that 2 paper which was presented just after my session was also very good in terms of knowing how homegrown brand is making use of these opportunity. So I'm sure that you in last yesterday and today 2 days you have got so much learning. Now it's up to you how you utilize this knowledge, because topic is very good, but it will be much more good if you use this learning and apply in your next career. I don't know that different stream what you are, design, production, technology, but for me it looks like that you are the future who will design future of fashion industry. And if you take these learning and apply it to make our fashion future more sustainable, then it is the real impact which you will create. Take all that inspiration, learning, insight, and make a small action point. If you take 2 or 3 action individually, and then in institute you take 1 or 2 big project, because every step count, whether it is small or big, and many small step, if it is collective, make the big difference. So you hear that 300 to 500 people, I think 200 should be here at least. You can take place to make one action out of these 2, what you will do in your personal level, what you will do in your professional level. I think you should take that place and take that action, and 2-3 big projects this campus you should do collectively. I see that great opportunity, whether it is making this campus more sustainable, making this campus plastic free, making this campus zero waste to landfill, making garment design which is used on that sustainable raw material, making product which is made from zero or zero waste, I mean no waste even, using can be virtual. Even that, I still remember one small factory, almost 6-7 years back. They have been working with us for last 20 years. That owner came to me and he said, "Sir, all big words, sustainability. I don't know. I have 500 machine. What I should do?" And I say that I also don't know sustainability, but 3 things you can do. One, your rejection is 15%. You need to make it 4%, and you will save a lot of cost. Why you need to have 15% rejection? Second, your manpower efficiency and productivity is 75%. Make it 85%. Third, very small thing which has no brain. In when you cut the fabric, you put the roll and you put a marker on that. Normally, he was using that marker which is pressed paper, virgin paper. I say, why you use virgin paper? It's just marking. Use recycled paper which may be cheaper. He start using recycled paper, and after 6 months he say, I save 5 lakhs rupees. I say, no, you save at least 5 ton carbon emission also. So sometimes you need to simplify things for the people who don't understand big words. So take at least 1 or 2 small insight and take away from today or yesterday's session, implement in your part. Yourself, your family, wherever, whichever industry you go, take 1 or 2 steps, because if you make 1 step today, tomorrow that step will be bigger and many. I think walk the talk. All theory is theory. If you don't practice it, you will forget about it. And I think that I have first learned practical and then gone into theory. Even one of the things which I have started, I say that it's okay to know sustainability, net zero, decarbonization, ESG in university. But school also something we must know. And behavior basically is starting in school. So we started a program called Sustainability Accelerator, where class 7th to 12th, we reach out to them and we say, what is sustainability? We create competition and we
Thank you, Dr. Tyagi, for sharing your expertise with us. Now, we invite Sree P. Lakshmakant, our beloved principal of IFTK, Kollam, to deliver the conference proceeding message.
So, good evening, everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais, and my fellow friends, my students, and guests of the dais as well. So it gives me an immense pleasure and happiness on behalf of IFTK to deliver this conference proceedings message. So as a first time, even though IFTK is in a 15 years old institution, this is the first time we have taken initiative to conduct a conference, that too directly with an international conference. It happened because of the presence of Dr. GLD sir from University of Morotova, Sri Lanka. I take this occasion to thank you on behalf of IFTK for your valuable presence for the 2 days. And when coming to the conference proceedings, I would like to share some brief information about the 2 days conference, what happened today. So totally we have conducted around technical speakers, 7 speakers were present today and yesterday. And topics related to AI and sustainability was conducted from yesterday and as well as today. The conference was inaugurated by the Honorable MLA of Kollam, Sree Mukesh, and followed by the technical session. First technical session was handled by Professor GLD Vikramasinghe sir in the topic of artificial intelligence in fashion and textile, challenges and its constraints. Then followed by we had a technical session by Dr. L. Lamayappan. He handled the session related to new generation fibers and textiles for sustainable fashion. Then we had the third technical session, sustainability in context of textiles and fashion, opportunities and challenges, which was handled by Sri Somasundaram sir, consultant of Blue Zine for AMHSC Bangalore. Additionally, also we conducted one online session yesterday, which was handled by Mr. Balachandra from Bangalore regarding to AI. It was handled actually. When it comes to the second day of the technical session, the first session today was handled by Dr. B. Senthil Kumar, and his topic was intervention of AI in fashion products, process and marketing. He was assistant professor in Department of Rural Industries and Management, GRI, Tamil Nadu. And next session was handled by Mr. Srini Shankar Neelagandan, who is the head of design and innovation of Scottic Designs, Bangalore, Karnataka. His topic was circularity in Indian fashion apparel and supply chain, a snapshot. Then the third technical session today was handled by Dr. G. Reshmi, who is Associate Professor, Department of Design, Manipal School of Architecture and Planning, Mahi, Manipal, Karnataka. Her topic was emerging trends in AI and sustainability for fashion industry. And we are also very glad that Reshmi was also part of IFTK when we started we started our process way back in the 2010. Myself, Reshmi and Kairali, we all joined together in IFTK. Later on, because of her opportunities, she resigned from IFTK, and we are very happy that now she is working as an associate professor in Manipal School of Architecture and Planning. And after lunch break, our renewables, one of the chief guests today, and as well as Dr. Naresh Tyagi, Chief Sustainable Officer at Aditya Birla in Fashion and Retail Limited, handled the topic stitching sustainability in fashion. Then we also had one online session today, which was handled by Sharmila Barnidharan from Baby Shop Landmark, Dubai. She is a merchandising planning manager. Her topic was sustainability in retail industry. And totally we have, when we started this conference, actually, in fact, we had on a very short time, less than a month actually. And within this short period of time, we are very happy to inform you that we have received totally 49 papers. We have totally received 49 papers in the short period of a time. Out of that, I need to highlight from NIFT Chennai, we have received 5 papers. Hindustan University Chennai, they have submitted 1 paper. And Presidency University Bangalore, they have submitted 1 paper. Jain Deemed University Bangalore, they have submitted 1 paper. Alappa University Karaikudi, they have submitted 1 paper. And Periyar University Salem, 2 papers. And faculties from Gandhigram University, Dindigul, 10 papers. And the students and faculties from MRC College, Madurai, they have submitted 5 papers. Avinash Lingam Institute of Home Science and Higher Education for Women, Coimbatore, they have submitted 1 paper. And faculties and staff from KSA, they have submitted 2 papers. And faculties and staff from Holy Cross College, Kozhikode, they have submitted 1 paper. And Sona College of Technology, Salem, they have submitted 3 papers. And Lady Toke College, Madurai, they have submitted 1 paper. And VET College, Erode, they have submitted 1 paper. And faculty from Sri Vasavi College, Erode, they have submitted 1 paper. And the staffs and faculty from Ratnam College of Arts and Science, Coimbatore, submitted 1 paper. And students and staffs of Vivekananda College, Erode, they have submitted 1 paper. And finally, from IFTK, our students have submitted 3 papers. Hopefully, these numbers will increase next year when we conduct the conference on the national or international level. And the paper presentation, offline and as well as online, it conducted simultaneously. Offline presentation was moderated by 2 guests, actually 2 speakers. One is like Dr. G. Reshmi. Today she handled the offline presentation moderator. And as well as yesterday, Dr. G. Magesh from MRC College, Madurai, handled the offline presentation. And the online presentation, 21 online presentations were conducted yesterday and today together. It was completely moderated by Dr. B. Senthil Kumar of Gandhigram University. Once again, I thank you a lot. Thanks a lot for the moderators for conducting these presentations for both the days. To conclude this, I'd like to sum up, in the short period of time, we managed to invite all the guests from the national level and as well as from the international level for the benefit of our students. And we like to continue this process every year within a proper support from our students and as well as from our all management side and as well as the institution side. Once again, I thanks a lot for all the organizers and as well as all the team who work behind this conference for a grand success. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for the wonderful message. Next, we move on to the certificate distribution to those who have successfully presented the paper presentation.
Our first certificate holder, Ms. Likita A.R., Assistant Professor, Holy Cross College, Calicut. Please, ma'am. We invite all the dignitaries to pass the certificate. Ma'am, please receive it.
Next, I invite Mr. Ramesh Kumar, Technical Instructor of KSID Kollam, and Ms. Prasanna Prashant, Assistant Professor of BDES, KSID Kollam.
Please give them a warm round of applause. Next, I invite Anjana Krishna SS, Tanya Titus, Pavitra AB to receive the certificates.
Next, I invite Sarah Mariam, Primi Elsa, and Farsana to receive the certificates.
Please give them a warm round of applause.
We deeply appreciate the dedication and efforts of every participant who has worked towards achieving this certificate. Let us extend a warm round of applause to all the participants.
We take immense pride in each and every winner, as well as all the participants who have contributed to the success of this event. Now, to formally conclude, we invite Sree Harilal TN, Administrative Officer, IFTK, Kollam, for the word of thanks.
നമസ്കാരം എല്ലാവർക്കും. നമ്മുടെ 2 ദിവസത്തെ കോൺഫറൻസ് ഇന്നിപ്പോൾ ഇവിടെ പൂർത്തിയാവുകയാണ്. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഇത് ഇഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടെന്ന് കരുതുന്നു. ആണോ? യെസ് ഓർ നോ? കുറച്ചുകൂടെ ഒച്ചത്തിൽ പറയൂ. യെസ്. ഗുഡ്. അപ്പോൾ ഇതുപോലെയുള്ള നിങ്ങൾക്ക് കൂടുതൽ ഗുണകരമാവുന്ന തരത്തിലുള്ള ഇവൻറ്റ്സ്, ഇൻ്റർനാഷണൽ കോൺഫറൻസ് പോലെയുള്ള മറ്റ് ഇവൻറ്റ്സ് ഫാഷൻ ഫീൽഡുമായി ബന്ധപ്പെട്ട് ഇനി തുടർച്ചയായി സംഘടിപ്പിക്കാനാണ് ഞങ്ങളുടെ തീരുമാനം. അപ്പോൾ ഒരു ടെസ്റ്റ് ഡോസ് എന്ന നിലയിൽ നിന്ന് നമ്മൾ ഈ 2 ദിവസം ഇവിടെ ഒത്തുകൂടി ഈ ഇവൻ്റ് ഭംഗിയായി കലാശിച്ചു. നെക്സ്റ്റ് ടൈം നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ കോളേജിലെ ഓപ്പൺ ഓഡിറ്റോറിയം ഒരു ഫുള്ളി എയർ കണ്ടീഷൻഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ആംഫി തിയേറ്ററായിട്ട് ഡെവലപ്പ് ചെയ്ത് അവിടെ വെച്ചത് നടത്താം. ഓക്കെ. അപ്പോൾ വിതിൻ 1 ഇയർ അത് നമ്മൾ നടത്തിയിരിക്കും. അടുത്ത കോൺഫറൻസ് നമുക്ക് അവിടെ വെച്ച് നടത്താം. അതോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ കൃതജ്ഞത രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുക എന്നുള്ളതാണ് എൻ്റെ കർത്തവ്യം. ഈ ഒരു ഇവൻറ്റ് വളരെ മെമ്മറബിളായിട്ടും വളരെ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റിംഗ് ആയിട്ടും മുന്നോട്ട് കൊണ്ടുപോകാൻ സഹായിച്ച എല്ലാവർക്കും ഞാൻ നന്ദി രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുകയാണ്. പ്രത്യേകിച്ചും നമ്മുടെ ക്ഷണം സ്വീകരിച്ച് ശ്രീലങ്കയിൽ നിന്നിവിടെ എത്തിയ ശ്രീ GLD വിക്രമസിംഗെ, അതോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ ശ്രീ ഡോക്ടർ നരേഷ് ത്യാഗി തുടങ്ങിയവർക്കും ഞാൻ എൻ്റെ പേരിലും നിങ്ങളുടെ പേരിലും IFTKയുടെ പേരിലും കൃതജ്ഞത രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുകയാണ്. ടെക്നിക്കൽ സെഷനിൽ പങ്കെടുത്ത എല്ലാവർക്കും, അതോടൊപ്പം തന്നെ പേപ്പർ പ്രസൻറ്റേഷനിൽ പങ്കെടുത്തവർക്കും ഈ അവസരത്തിൽ നന്ദി രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുകയാണ്. ഈ ഒരു ഇവൻ്റ് വളരെ മികച്ചതാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടി വളരെയധികം എഫേർട്ട് എടുത്ത ശ്രീമതി ശ്രീലക്ഷ്മി, ശ്രീ സാം രാജ് വിമൽകുമാർ, ഇവരുടെ എഫേർട്ട് പ്രത്യേകം പറയേണ്ടതാണ്. അത്രയ്ക്ക് എഫേർട്ട് അവരെടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട് ഇത് വളരെ ഭംഗിയാക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട്. അപ്പോൾ അവർക്ക് ഞാൻ പ്രത്യേകമായി ഈ ഒരു അവസരത്തിൽ നന്ദി പറയാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുകയാണ്. ഇതിനൊക്കെ പുറമേ നമ്മുടെ പ്രിയപ്പെട്ട പ്രിൻസിപ്പൽ ലക്ഷ്മൺ സാർ, അദ്ദേഹത്തിൻ്റെ ഒരു ഹാർഡ് വർക്കാണ് ഇത് വിജയകരമായി തീരുന്നതിൻ്റെ പിന്നിൽ പ്രവർത്തിച്ച ഒരു ഘടകം എന്നും ഞാൻ പറയാൻ ആഗ്രഹിക്കുകയാണ്. അപ്പോൾ എല്ലാവർക്കും ഏറ്റവും ഒടുവിൽ ഈ കോൺഫറൻസ് വിജയകരമായിട്ട് പൂർത്തിയാക്കുവാനായി ആദ്യന്തം ഇവിടെ സഹകരിച്ച് വളരെ ഭംഗിയായിട്ട് ഇത് മുന്നോട്ട് കൊണ്ടുപോയി നിങ്ങൾ ഓരോരുത്തർക്കും ഞാൻ നന്ദി രേഖപ്പെടുത്തുകയാണ്. നന്ദി, നമസ്കാരം. ഇനി നമുക്ക് നമ്മുടെ ആംഫി തിയേറ്ററിൽ വെച്ച് കാണാം.
Thank you, sir, and thank you to everyone who made this conference a grand success. We are grateful to our speakers, guests, organizers, and participants for their invaluable contributions.
Thank you, everyone.
I request everyone to please rise for the national anthem. I invite Ms. Sharanya PP and Adam for the national anthem.
जनगणमन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे